Welcome to another episode of Terry's Notes, and today we are going to be looking at solving simple linear inequalities. Okay, now when we think about inequalities, we need to understand what certain terms mean. For example, when we speak about less than, you need to know what the less than sign looks like. Right? Now, some people get confused between the less than sign and the greater than sign. Now, if we look at the less than sign, right? Let's look at it. This is the less than sign. Now, if you look on this side here, we have essentially a small part or a point, and when we look at this side, we have a wider opening, right? So therefore this side is less than this side. So if you can't remember which is the more than or the less than sign, just look at it in terms of size. Okay, so this sign here is greater than because this side is bigger than this side, right? And then we have less than or equal to, right? And then we have greater than or equal to. Now, whenever we are dealing with inequalities, we are usually looking at a range of values, right? And any inequality, linear inequality, can be represented on a number line, right? So on a number line, we usually have the 0 point, and we have values to the right. So we increase our numbering going to the right. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, continuing to the right. If we go to the left, we have numbers decreasing. So we have -1, -2, -3 in the left direction. If we had to illustrate x is greater than 2 on a number line, right? What we do, we find the point 2, which is here. And since it is greater than 2, we are looking for all the values greater than 2. So we draw a line with an arrow going this way, right? So that is how we represent x is greater than 2. If we have x is less than -3, we find -3 on the number line. So it is this point. And since we are dealing with less than, we are moving to the left. So you draw a line going in that direction, and you put the direction facing to the left, right? Now, if we have x is greater than or equal to 4, the first thing we do, we find 4, which is here. Now, since it's greater than or equal to 4, we need to include the 4 in the solution. So therefore we need to shade the circle that we are drawing, right? And we're doing greater than or equal to, so we have to put the arrow facing this way, right? So notice the difference between x is greater than or equal to 4 and let's say something like x is greater than 2. If it was greater than 2, all we have to do is to put a circle and not shade the circle, right? If we have x is less than or equal to 1, we locate the 1 on the number line. We have to fill the circle, and we're looking at less than, so this is how we represent x is less than or equal to 1. Now let's look at solving some simple equations. Okay, so this first one, we have 2x minus 1 is greater than 7, and we want to solve for x. So we need to get rid of the -1, so this will become 7 plus 1, right? We're adding 1 to both sides of the equation. And then, so therefore 2x is greater than 8, therefore x is greater than 8 over 2, therefore x is greater than 4, right? And sometimes you're asked to represent it on a number line. So what you do, you draw a line and you put, let's say, you start from 0 if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we draw a circle at 4. We're not shading any circle, right? And put in an arrow facing this way. So if you had to represent a solution on a number line, this is what it looks like. And if they ask you for a particular value of x, now since x is greater than 4, therefore x could be 5, 6, 7 onwards, right? We have to solve this one. 2x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 9. So it'll be 2x is greater than or equal to 9 minus 1, because we are subtracting 1 from both sides of the equation. 2x is greater than or equal to 8, and x is greater than or equal to 8 over 2. Therefore x is greater than or equal to 4. And on a number line, it'll be, let's start from 3 instead. 4, 5, 6, 7. We find the 4, and because it's greater than or equal to, we must shade the circle, and it's greater than, so this is the solution on a number line, right? And in this case, our solution set will be 4, 5, 6, 7 onwards, right? Notice that we've included 4 in the solution as compared with the previous one where we excluded the 4. Let's say we have this one, 2x minus 1 is greater than 7. So 2x minus 1. Oh, sorry, it's the same question as before. This one is 2x is less than or equal to x minus 9. So we can write this as 2x minus x is greater than or equal to 9. Minus 9, sorry. 2x minus x is x is less than or equal to minus 9. On the number line, let's find minus 9. So minus 9, and we deal with less than, so it'll be minus 10. Alright, so we find minus 9 on the number line, which is here, and it's less than or equal to, so we have to shade. And we are going to the left, right? If we have an inequality looking like this, 3x over 4 is less than or equal to 6. We multiply both sides of this equation by 4, so we end up with 6 times 4. 3x is less than or equal to 24. Then we divide by 3. X is less than or equal to 24 over 3. X is less than or equal to 8. And on a number line, we put a point 8, so 9, 10, 7, 6. So we draw a circle to represent the 8, and it's less than or equal to, so we have to shade it. And we are looking at less than, so we have to put the arrow facing to the left, right? In this one, we want to solve for x again. So we can move the 3. So 15 minus 3 is greater than minus 3x. 15 minus 3 is 12. It's greater than minus 3x. Now whenever you have the minus sign on the right hand side, right, when I say the minus sign, the x term, we can do two things. We can move the 3 to the left side, and it becomes 3x is greater than minus 12, right? Or x is greater than minus 12 over 3. Therefore, x is greater than minus 4. Right? What you could have done as well is, one second. From this point here, we could have divided both sides of the equation by minus 3. So minus 12 is, now because we are divided by minus 3, you have to change the sign to a less than sign, and we end up with x on this side. Right? Now if we read the solution from left to right, it is x is greater than minus 4. And if we read the solution in this direction, we are saying x is greater than minus 4, which is the same solution. Right? And on the number line, we have minus 4, minus 3, minus 2. So we circle the minus 4, sorry. And we are looking at greater than minus 4. So therefore, the solution will be to the right. If we have to solve this inequality, first thing we have to do is to remove the brackets. So 2 by x will give me 2x. 2 by 1 will give me plus 1. Less than or equal to x minus 7. Carry all the x's on one side. So we have 2x minus x is less than or equal to minus 7 minus 1. 2x minus x gives me x. X is less than or equal to minus 8. Right? And on the number line, it'll be minus 8, minus 7, minus 6. So we circle the minus 8, and we have to shade it because it's included in the solution, and it's less than, so we go into the left.